Now we have Garda Focus, and this week on Garda Focus is Sergeant Declan O'Keefe, a regular to the programme. Declan, a very good morning to you. How are you?
Morning, Dara. I'm good and can't complain.
That's good, Gus. That's good. Listen, Declan, thankfully, usually when you or your colleagues are on, sometimes there isn't a whole lot to talk about, but is it the same again this week, or have you any crime prevention or anything for us today?
Yeah, look, it's not too bad. We've had very little crime over the last week, Dara. We've had a lot of people visiting the area. The weather has been fabulous. Mount Shannon has been busy. And so has 2 Mile Gate in Killaloo and the other beauty spots around the district. But we've had ongoing patrols there, and they have worked very well. And people have, look, in the main, behaved themselves anyway. Like, we had a theft in Mount Shannon, but we have a suspect identified for that. And I just like to take the opportunity to tell people again, you know, if they're travelling to an area or if they're out for the day, just to look after their property. Don't leave it in the car unattended. Lock it away in the boot. And if they're going for a swim in the harbour or in the lake, you know, make sure that somebody's minding their belongings while they're gone.
Yes. And I suppose sometimes a lot of us can be very careless. We can leave the latch off the door, leave the windows open. So you just be aware. Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah. And I suppose just as well, look, we have the ongoing problem with fraud and with online fraud and with what I'd call phishing texts. So we have a few of them again this week. And again, it's just, you know, we have one in particular this week now where, you know, you get this text, "Hi Dad, I'm away in Spain or whatever, I need a bit of money," and, you know, click into the thing and then do you know what I mean?
I know.
So it's just, look, if you're in doubt at all, I would be saying to people, like, you know, don't be clicking on these. No, nobody's going to text you like that, or no institution in Ireland is going to text you or call text you like that. So,
but I suppose they're becoming more and more, I suppose, genuine looking. Before you know it was a scam straight away, but they're becoming harder now to catch, aren't they?
They are, and they're becoming more complex. But look, I suppose just I wouldn't be sending any money, or I wouldn't be clicking on anything. Do you know what I mean?
Yes, indeed.
I'd be trying to verify all things before I release any money to any of these people, like, you know.
Yes, indeed.
Okay. And I suppose the other thing is bogus callers. We don't have a problem with it, but I've been reading bulletins around the country, not in our area, you know. But it's an ongoing problem in the region that people are knocking on people's doors, offering services like power washing and washing roofs, and very often a lot of this work is just substandard, and they're being charged exorbitant. You know, they target kind of what I call vulnerable people in the community. Now, the community here have a massive role to play for ourselves, and they do very well, and we get a lot of information. I'd like to ask people again to remain vigilant for these people, because the information that comes in from us in relation to what these people are driving, and, you know, if somebody calls your door and they're looking, you know, don't engage. Please don't engage with them. If they have a flyer, ask them for the flyer and just send them on their way.
Yeah, walk away.
At least that's information for me, then, Dara. Do you know what I mean? That I can inquire with, you know, with, I suppose, our sister agencies across the region, like, you know.
Yes.
So
indeed.
Again, it's just the time of the year these people are going around the country. Obviously, you know, not everybody can do the work themselves in houses or whatever, but try and employ reputable local people. That's what I would say.
Declan, do you have any precautions or advice for people, given the time of year and given the amount of numbers of travellers we have coming through the county at the moment, which, you know, we broadcasting from Shannon last week, we can attest to. There's, especially at this time of summer, and given the weather, although it looks like it's about to change, we have a lot of people on the go, more so than I suppose is normal.
Yeah, absolutely. And so look, just I suppose from a road safety point of view, again, we've been fortunate. You know, we've no fatalities in this side of the county or in the last couple of weeks or in the last couple of months, and we'd like to keep it that way. There's a lot of movement, a lot of people travelling around. There's county championships starting now. The weather has been fabulous. Again, as I say, we're doing high visibility patrols of all the local areas where people are gathering. I know the Tulla Fest is on this weekend, and the Scariff Harbour Festival is starting next weekend, and we're looking forward to that, and I'll be around for the weekend of that. And we want people to have a good time at all these events and festivals. But what I would ask people to do is, if you're going out for the night socialising, please arrange a drive home. Don't drive home yourself if you're after alcohol. Please arrange, and if don't, leave your friends, in a vulnerable position where they have no drive home. We want people to go out. We want people to enjoy themselves. But we don't want any accidents in the middle of the night or people that are stranded and they have no way home.
Yeah, and of
so
course,
try and plan your night out in advance, really, is what I'm saying there.
Definitely. And of course, we have Fecal as well shortly after Tulla and Scariff.
Absolutely.
Towns and small villages like that, there's a lot of winding sort of rural roads in and out. So very important.
There is. And from our point of view, we're delighted to assist and to be there as a service to the community to make sure that everybody's okay. Not that we're there to dampen down anyone's spirits or whatever, but it's our job to try and make sure that the thing goes off well for everybody and that people get home safely. That's it, in a nutshell, really.
Come here, Declan. On another note, just very briefly, you are a Kerry man, and I suppose you'll be cheering for Mayo tomorrow.
Yeah, well, I've the ticket secured, and I'll be heading up the road, up the N7 tomorrow.
Brilliant.
And
brilliant.
Looking forward to it. And
give us.
I know people might say we're greedy, but look, we it's a rite of passage in Kerry, really.
Give us your verdict tomorrow. Who's going to win and by how much?
Well, I suppose Mayo have a young, vibrant team, and they're going to bring a lot of energy to the occasion. But I'd like to think that our experience will win out in this occasion. So I'll be kind of saying Kerry by 3.
Time will tell.
Intuitively.
Okay. Listen, Sergeant Declan O'Keefe, many thanks for joining us on Garda Focus.